guys, welcome back to my channel. This is definitely going to be a different video. I know I was talking about doing a vlog today, but I felt that this topic was really important, so I wanted to film about it instead. If you're new here, my name's Maria. I do videos on professionalism, finances, and lifestyle tips. So if you're interested in any of those topics, please consider subscribing. It really helps out my channel. But for today's video, I kind of wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about this topic. Usually for my channel, I try and do informational videos and not videos that there's like a lot to argue about, more just to like help you guys. But today I'm doing an opinionated video. It's my own opinion. Everyone has their different opinions. That's what's great about the human mind, is everyone has their different inputs and thoughts. But I'm going to talk about my opinion on unpaid internships today because it just really pissed me off. I saw this picture of this lady with her kid and they were like walking into a homeless shelter. And the reason they're walking into a homeless shelter, this girl's a single mom. She's pursuing her degree, and basically she was walking into a homeless shelter because she's doing an internship that she knows she needs to like get the job that she wants. But there's no other income coming in besides like the few days she can work at another place that actually pays her to get by on like food and stuff. So it's a picture basically of her walking into a homeless shelter because the internship couldn't pay her. They didn't give her housing, didn't give her anything. So she had no choice but to take this internship and basically suffer and hope she got into a homeless shelter. So I just thought that was terrible. I just wanted to talk about why I think internships should all be paid and it should be illegal to be working for an unpaid internship. So the first thing I want to talk about is the hours. So from what I've heard from most of my friends who have taken those unpaid internships because their parents support them, is that the hours are mostly 40-hour-a-week internship. So it's pretty much a full-time job. So if they want to make any sort of money, then they're gonna have to go get a different job and work like 20 hours a week to like make some sort of income, not enough to live on, but you know, some sort of income to pay bills that are needed if they're living at home. So a lot of my friends were saying that it's about 40 hours a week normally at an unpaid internship, and they're just working completely for free. And basically what the majority of them said is with working for an unpaid internship, since it takes up so much of their time, they find themselves working about 60 to 80 hours a week. I can't even imagine that. Like, that's insane to have to work that much. I know a lot of people do work that much, but that's just insane to have to do that every single week just because you have to get by because your full-time job that you're working isn't paying you at all. I just think this first thing is just really unrealistic and unideal for most people. Not all college students are like 18 to 22-year-olds who live with their parents and stuff. Some of them are grown people with like children. So if you have a child, then how are you gonna work 60 to 80 hours a week, support not only yourself but a kid, and still go to your internship to better your career in the future? Like, how's that gonna work? So that all goes back to that woman I was talking about earlier that's literally like bringing her kid into a homeless shelter because that she can't afford anything because she's working this 40-hour-a-week internship. And the next thing I want to mention is unpaid internships are basically created for people who are privileged. Here's the reason why. I only know friends that I have that are doing internships that are able to get by because their parents are paying for most of their expenses. I'm not saying all, but they are paying for most. And like, I'll fully admit I was privileged as a kid. Like, my parents paid for my college education. So if I had wanted to go and do one of these unpaid internship opportunities, I could, because I know my parents would support me. But not everyone has it that way. And so it's really just created for the people who know that their parents can pay for everything for them. And that is not most people. A lot of people have to pay for their car payment, their phone bill, like other stuff like that. And if they're not making any money at their internship, they're probably barely scraping by or like can't even survive on that. So that is why I think it should be illegal to do that, because the person who's doing this unpaid internship is either like overworking themselves by doing 80 hours a week because their first job doesn't even pay them, or they're like really struggling because they can't handle it. I think that's something that's so sad, is somebody could be like the smartest person in the world and really make a difference for a company, but a company would never even know because they're not willing to give them. I'm not even saying pay the person a lot, like give at least like 10 or 11 an hour just so they can like pay their normal bills and stuff. But by giving them nothing, like you're really just setting them up for failure, and you may lose out on the opportunity to meet a great candidate because that they can't work for you because they just have other things to pay for. So they are giving up that amazing opportunity because a company is not paying them. I've watched like so many friends just give up countless opportunities like this. They need the money, they need to be able to work 40 hours, sometimes more, just to pay their bills in general. If a company isn't paying them, they're not going to take the internship. And these are like smart friends that I have that like deserve that internship, can't take that amazing opportunity because the company is not paying them. And I know this isn't all companies either. Like some companies are very good about paying their people, and I commend them on that because they're giving every person that they bring on an opportunity to really impress them, because it's not just people who are privileged that can take it. It's any person who wants the internship and feels that they could bring value to the company that decides to take the internship and gets hired for the internship that can take it, because that they're not going to have to worry about bills still or anything like that. And then the next thing I want to mention is the fact that summer is literally the time that college students make all their money. Basically, an internship is taking that away from them, which kind of sucks. College kids, I'm not saying it's impossible to have a job during college like I did. I worked pretty much full-time while I was at college, but it's not common for a student to be able to balance a 20-hour-a-week schedule on their schoolwork and then balance like a full-time job. So they just don't do that. Most college kids solely depend on their winter break income and their summer break income. And so by taking away their summer break income, a few summers ago, I made about $5,000. So imagine just like a company ripping that away from you because you need the opportunity of the internship, and you're gonna struggle just because that you need that internship opportunity. So it just sucks for college kids who really rely on that summer income. I mean, that $5,000 could take out a huge chunk of college loans and stuff like that. So it just sucks that companies really like aren't looking out for the people they're bringing on. These aren't just like small companies either. These are large corporations, which I'm pretty sure can afford to pay their people that could be paying their internship candidates, but aren't. Like, they're big companies. I think they can handle at least 11 or 12 an hour. So it just kind of sucks that they aren't willing to do that and invest in the people that they're bringing on. And the next thing is that college students are normally going into an internship their junior year. That is the most common time for a college student to look for an internship, is the summer of their junior year, so they can go into their senior year with some experience. They graduate, they get a job with this experience from their internship. Something to realize through this is that most college students have the amount of classes that an associate's degree in that major would normally be. They have experience, like they technically, if they went to community college, they would have an associate's degree that would make a lot of money because they at least have like a little bit of their education done. The fact that a company won't pay for that when it's like a known fact that like they do have like an associate's degree level already based on the classes they've taken, it's kind of annoying the fact that they won't even give them any sort of salary. Because say I had my associates in business and I went to apply for a desk representative or something, I may not make like a ton of money, but I'd at least make like 15 or 16 an hour. A lot of people use their business associates and make more than that, but that's just an example. Like, I've seen a few job listings where I live where it's like 15 or 16 an hour if you have an associate's degree and can be a desk assistant or something. So there's a lot of other options. The fact that they're not realizing college students already have a ton of their education done and they're not willing to pay them, in my opinion, I just think that's kind of crappy for a company to do that. Also, if the company is looking to hire these people eventually, it's kind of annoying because it's like these people are investing a whole summer in your company without getting paid. So you're really not investing in them as much as they're investing in you. And that's like a two-way thing, like a relationship. If I'm investing a good amount of my time in somebody and they invest no time in me, that's just like not a good relationship. So I think it goes two ways. And I just really don't like that most internships like don't pay you. I think that it's really unfair, and especially if you want that person to later on work for your company, I don't think I'd even consider working for a company that didn't even pay me for my internship, because they're not really investing in me as a candidate or a person. I just kind of feel like another number. That completes the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really want to hear what you guys think about this controversial issue in the comments, so definitely comment down below how you feel about this, because I really think that if you're going to get an education for a degree and going into an internship and providing value for the company, you should be paid accordingly. But that completes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe and like this video, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.